Why would Finland, a nation nestled in the far reaches of northern Europe, a place where winter reigns supreme and the landscape is often cloaked in a blanket of snow for a significant portion of the year, a land of snow and silence, seemingly isolated by its geography and climate, care about the Philippines, a nation of over 7,000 islands basking in tropical sunshine, a vibrant archipelago in Southeast Asia? What common ground could possibly exist between these two seemingly disparate nations, separated by vast distances and contrasting cultures? It's a connection that barely makes headlines, often overlooked in the grand tapestry of international relations, yet it quietly persists, a subtle thread woven into the fabric of global diplomacy. What links these two worlds? What shared interests or historical ties bind these nations together, forging a bond that transcends geographical boundaries? Is it history, a legacy of past interactions and shared experiences, strategy, a calculated alignment of geopolitical interests, or something deeper? Perhaps a shared set of values, a common vision for the future, or an unspoken understanding that transcends the realm of politics and economics. Finland, a NATO member, now standing shoulder to shoulder with its allies in the face of global challenges, and the Philippines, a key player in Southeast Asia, navigating the complex geopolitical landscape of the South China Sea, asserting its sovereignty and protecting its interests, seem to face different challenges, one focused on European security, the other on regional stability. Yet their diplomatic lines, the channels of communication between their governments, are open and active, suggesting a level of engagement that goes beyond mere formality. Their relationship isn't built, not characterized by grand gestures, the kind of high-profile summits and sweeping agreements that often dominate international headlines, but on steady, incremental progress, small collaborations, the quiet work of diplomats and policymakers behind the scenes. Perhaps they see in each other a reflection of their own aspirations and challenges, a kindred spirit, a shared sense of purpose, or a similar approach to navigating the complexities of the modern world. Nations balancing, carefully maneuvering on a geopolitical tightrope, striving to maintain their independence and security in an increasingly uncertain world. But what powerful idea, what guiding principle, from Finland's past, from its own struggles for independence and its unique experience of navigating the Cold War, now shapes its view, informs its perspective of the Philippines' future? What lessons has Finland learned that it seeks to share with this Southeast Asian nation? The answer reveals more, offers a deeper understanding about Finland's soul, about the values and principles that underpin its foreign policy than you might expect, challenging our assumptions and prompting us to look beyond the surface. Let's search for the hidden connections and underlying motivations that drive this unlikely partnership. Answers together, embarking on a journey of discovery to unravel this Nordic riddle in the tropics. To understand this connection, we look back to a surprising figure, Herman Mancha, a Finnish ethnographer who journeyed to the Philippines in the early 1900s. Mancha wasn't a diplomat or conqueror. He was a listener, living among the Cordillera peoples, documenting their languages and rituals. His work, preserved in Finnish archives, set a tone of curiosity and respect, not exploitation. This obscure link hints at a foundation of mutual understanding, long before today's geopolitics. Finland's interest in the Philippines began with wonder, not strategy. It's a quiet history, but a meaningful one. Sometimes a single explorer can plant the seeds of a lasting relationship. Today, that early curiosity, that initial spark of interest in each other's stories, has grown into something far more substantial. It's evolved into a robust diplomatic partnership, built on mutual respect and shared strategic interests. This partnership is not just symbolic, it's a working relationship. Finland, a nation profoundly shaped by its tense history, particularly its long and complex relationship with Russia, understands perhaps better than most the nuances of navigating challenging geopolitical landscapes. Finland understands the art of surviving, of maintaining its sovereignty and independence, beside a giant, a powerful neighbor with a very different worldview. It's an experience the Philippines now shares. as it navigates its own complex relationship with a powerful neighbor. Their dialogue is quiet but impactful, a testament to the power of discreet diplomacy. It's a dialogue often centered on upholding the principles of international law, the very foundation of a stable and predictable global order. This is especially true regarding the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, a crucial framework for maritime governance. For Finland, rules, not might, are not just abstract ideals, are the key to survival, the bedrock of its security and prosperity. And by championing this rules-based order on the global stage, it subtly supports the Philippines, reinforcing its own commitment to international law. Beyond this, Finland also shares its expertise, its hard-earned knowledge in peace mediation, a field where it has a long and respected track record. This assistance is invaluable in helping the Philippines with conflict resolution, particularly in Mindanao, where lasting peace remains a critical goal. The partnership is built on shared values, fundamental principles that both nations hold dear. These include democracy, a commitment to free and fair elections and the rule of law. Also, human rights, the inherent dignity and worth of every individual. And of course, a rules-based order, the idea that all nations, large and small, should abide by the same rules. In a fracturing world, where the old certainties are crumbling, this alignment creates a foundation for stability, a resilient bond that can withstand the storms of geopolitical change. Sometimes the strongest alliances, the most enduring partnerships, are forged in quiet rooms, through patient diplomacy and careful negotiation, not on front pages, but in the steady hum of international cooperation. Military cooperation, a cornerstone of international relations, often takes center stage in geopolitical discussions. Today we're looking at military cooperation between Finland and the Philippines, a partnership that might raise a few eyebrows at first glance. The geographical distance between these two nations may seem unlikely to foster close ties, but beneath the surface, a strategic and mutually beneficial relationship is quietly growing, built on shared values and common interests. At the heart of this collaboration lies Finland's unique total defense philosophy. This is a comprehensive approach to national security, where every citizen and institution, from schools to businesses, plays a vital role in maintaining security, a concept that resonates deeply with nations seeking to bolster their own resilience. This model offers a valuable framework for the Philippines, particularly as it undertakes the important task of modernizing its armed forces and strengthening its national defense capabilities. The focus of this cooperation isn't on acquiring heavy weaponry or offensive capabilities, but rather on enhancing advanced coastal defense systems, crucial for protecting maritime borders and ensuring national security. This includes investing in secure communications infrastructure and modern patrol vessels designed for effective maritime surveillance. Ultimately, these tools are about deterrence, sending a clear message about protecting sovereignty and safeguarding national interests within their territorial waters. This is about maintaining peace and stability, not engaging in provocation or aggression. Crucially, training exchanges allow Filipino officers and personnel to learn valuable lessons from Finland's extensive expertise, particularly in the increasingly critical domains of cybersecurity and effective strategies for crisis management in complex and evolving security environments. In return for this knowledge transfer, Finnish officers and experts gain invaluable insight into the nuances of Southeast Asia's unique and often challenging security landscape, characterized by diverse actors and complex maritime issues. It's important to emphasize that Finland isn't seeking to establish military dominance or exert undue influence in Asia. Instead, the focus is on enabling a partner's ability to achieve self-reliance and independently safeguard its own security interests. It's about providing strategic support and expertise, delivered quietly and without fanfare, respecting the partner's autonomy and sovereignty. Because sometimes the most effective defense strategy is built not just on advanced weaponry, but on shared knowledge, mutual understanding, and the transfer of expertise. It's about smart security, not just hardware. Beyond defense, Finland and the Philippines are connecting through technology and culture. Finnish tech firms find a dynamic partner in the Philippines' young, digital-savvy population. Collaboration goes both ways. Filipino talent powers Finnish projects, while Finnish startups set up shop in Manila. Education is another bridge. Filipino educators study Finland's world-class system, adapting its principles for local needs. Cultural exchanges, film festivals, art exhibits foster mutual understanding. These small steps break down stereotypes and build genuine connections. The relationship thrives not just in boardrooms but in classrooms and galleries. Finland's influence in the Philippines is tangible, especially in sustainability and governance. Finnish experts help manage forests and watersheds, introducing technology and community-based programs for sustainable livelihoods. Clean energy is another focus. Finnish companies turn agricultural waste into power, helping the Philippines meet climate goals. Finland also supports good governance, sharing best practices to strengthen public institutions. It's not about imposing systems, but empowering local solutions. These efforts are quiet investments in stability and prosperity. Real change often happens far from the spotlight. To understand Finland's interest, zoom out to the global chessboard. In a multipolar world, what happens in the South China Sea can ripple to the Baltic. Finland's NATO membership ties it to global security, making stability in Asia a shared concern. By partnering with the Philippines, Finland proves itself a proactive, globally aware ally. Both nations know they can't rely solely on great powers. They must build resilient networks themselves. This isn't about choosing sides, but defending the right of all countries to chart their own course. Supporting the Philippines is a stand for international law, vital for Finland's own security. Sometimes, defending principles abroad is the best way to protect them at home. What's emerging is an unspoken alliance, rooted in resilience, not treaties. Both nations know what it means to live under the shadow of powerful neighbors. Their partnership is about comprehensive security, military, economic, technological, and social. They collaborate on everything from clean energy to education, strengthening every pillar of national resilience. The focus is on practical results: patrol boats, reformed schools, sustainable forests. This quiet, steady approach is a Finnish hallmark, and the Philippines is a willing partner. Their alliance is a model for other middle powers, showing that meaningful partnerships don't need great power approval. Sometimes the quietest alliances hold the world together. So what is the powerful idea from Finland's past that shapes its view of the Philippines? It's a blend of courage, resilience, and determination against the odds. Finland sees in the Philippines a nation with its own, enduring colonialism, disasters, and conflict, yet always rising. In the Filipino spirit of Finns recognize a kindred soul. This empathy drives Finland's practical, holistic support: education, governance, technology. It's not charity but solidarity, tools for a fellow resilient nation to forge its destiny. The bond between these distant lands is ultimately human, a shared spirit of persistence. Sometimes the most important alliances are written not on paper, but in the heart. Don't miss out on future explorations and discoveries. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with our new content. Your journey of wonder continues with every video. Stay connected and engaged on social media. Continue the conversation, follow us. Thank you for being a part of the Have You Ever Wondered community. Keep wondering, keep discovering. Until next time.